Welcome to episode 10 of that VLS podcast with me, Stephen. We've got Josh.
Yo.
We've got Darren.
Hello.
Solid. And we got Lee.
Alright.
Little bit different, boys. Pods, if you're listening, everyone that's listening, it's a little bit different for us today, so it's a little bit strange. Obviously, lockdown going on, so we are doing it from the comfort of our own homes. Darren in his boxers, little scumbag.
Are you not in boxers?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm getting him boxers.
No, sit down. Sit down.
So yeah, a little bit different for us. It's, I mean, I've always enjoyed the bits where we're obviously together because we can play off each other's, whatever we're saying. And sorry.
Sorry.
But obviously we bounce off of each other, right? And it's also a nicer vibe to be in front. But obviously we have to do it this, and this is how we're going to make it work. Using obviously Discord, we can obviously still see each other, which is good.
I'm personally glad I'm not with you. So
yeah, I mean, I'm glad I'm not with Lee. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
He's...
This guy, mate. This guy.
What?
I actually wish he was here because then he doesn't get to fucking mess around like this. The fucking child.
No, I'm just getting my sweets out, so I'm not making rustling noises.
I mean,
How's,
there was...
Everything changes.
Why have you just got weird already? What?
Boris Johnson.
Not Boris.
How's
What?
everyone's week been?
Great.
I don't speak.
Prefer not to speak. Been alright?
Yeah.
Average.
That's right. Caught Josh a bit. Good.
Jay's a scumbag?
You're a
fair.
scumbag.
Jay can't keep this up, mate, with his team.
I don't think you can keep this up with your team. It's only a matter of time, right, before Kane gets injured, and then you're done.
Not really.
There's probably a lot of truth to that, mate.
I think my defence is better than Darren's.
Yeah, but
Defence is
defences
dead.
are doing
Okay,
fuck all, mate.
It probably is.
Wait, Lee, say that to Trent.
Yeah, injured Trent and not getting any clean sheets.
Chilwell.
Mate, Chilwell is
Most
massive.
overperforming
Chil-
defender in the
Chilwell's
game.
got more goals than Rashford and Martial combined.
He actually does. That's the fucking horrible thing about it.
It's awkward.
That is sick. Let's kick things off and look at latest news, etc. Some of the things that I've picked up that I want us to discuss now before we sort of go into the games is something that a couple of the managers have all been, I suppose, replicating. Sort of Ollie come out after the United game talking about the fixtures and the congestion of that and sort of complaining around that sort of side of it. Usually it would be something that I suppose most people would kind of look at and be like excuses, whatever. But then you had sort of Klopp and Pep at the end of their games also kind of mentioning about the congestion. Josh, I know you've obviously seen these as well. Let's talk through this and what your thoughts are.
So it's been an argument for years, but obviously this season it's even worse than usual because of the congestion. Ollie's complaint was, we play late Wednesday night. Why would they then make us the early kickoff on a Saturday? Like, even if they were the later kickoff on a Saturday, they get more time to prepare and more rest. And then Klopp and Pep said the same thing. Like, clubs are playing late on a Thursday and then early on a Sunday. And the Premier League, they've always done it. They've never really backed teams in Europe. Like La Liga, they bend over backwards for their top clubs and make sure they have the right rest and they schedule games to help them in Europe. The Premier League's just never done it. So yeah, it looks like they're kind of all backing each other, the managers, which is nice. But yeah, it's a bit of bullshit, but
And
just always been the case.
I know you said about, obviously, it's a bit shit that they even had the option of being able to vote in doing like 5 subs instead of obviously going back to the 3. And obviously they were like, no, we're not interested in that. Which, I mean, even that would have just helped. Like, I get obviously there's certain teams that have got squad depth and that helps them, but for the whole congestion side of it, like,
The thing is, as well, is those top squads, they're going to be playing more games. So they probably need it more than the lower teams.
Every league in... Go on, Luke.
I just think it's unfair on all the lower ranked teams. And if their squad depth is that good that they can sub 5 players in, why not just rotate 5 players before the game?
I think it's like what Klopp was saying. Like every league in Europe has taken on the 5 subs this year. Like why the Premier League different? And David Moyes come out and said, because David Moyes voted against 5 substitutions, but he come out and said, I wish I did vote for it, because even he now recognises it, because we're having like the most amount of muscle injuries ever as well. So I think they should have done it for one season, and this season especially.
So before this week, I saw a stat in terms of like injury wise. I don't know if it's fully confirmed or not, but saying that injuries were up like 15% on a basis of a standard sort of season, which just seems mad. Like obviously more games, closer games, people getting more likely to be injured. I mean, it can't be good for us.
Do you think that's why Liverpool are struggling more this year, because their squad depth isn't probably as good as what City's is? So then they're just getting more injuries. Like, well, obviously the Van Dijk injury isn't due to fatigue or anything, but
I think maybe. But I think it's been due with Liverpool.
Yeah.
They were very lucky last year.
Blessed a couple of seasons where they've not had any at all. Like they had Mane who apparently dislocated his shoulder, and then he was back next game because he's got the trait. But yeah,
to be fair, I saw Trent walking out of the tunnel with a Red Bull in hand. So I don't know.
I don't know what that's all about.
Literally
What that's about.
It might be a sponsor, you know.
It's like Liverpool went like last 2 seasons, basically the whole Champions League run and Premier League run using the same starting 11 in every game.
Yeah, that's mad.
With like,
caught up with them, innit?
it's like Josh said, it's due, but even still, like, what have they had? Trent, which is muscle fatigue probably, and Van Dijk is just a
Freak injury.
an unlucky one. Yeah. So other than that,
Robertson as well, but obviously keepers are just keepers, and they don't.
then again, that was a training ground incident.
Yeah.
I
Who
think
else?
City,
Anyone else in their team had any like muscle injuries or anything?
Fabinho,
You had Alisson for a bit.
Yeah,
he
but-
always
Matip as usual.
That's it.
Um,
Didn't Mane get injured early or not? I thought he got injured for like a game or something.
No,
maybe.
no, he had
COVID.
COVID. He had COVID.
That was it, yeah.
So even like their main starting 11's not really been affected by
No,
fatigue. I just don't think City have got a great, I don't know, like maybe behind the scenes, because they always seem to get muscle injuries.
they managed to keep what they got at the moment. Obviously, you got Laporte seems to be doing okay. Which was their main issue a lot of the season before. Obviously, Aguero is just always getting something. Jesus obviously getting injured, so yeah.
Just types.
I think they just need to stop sort of complaining about it, because it's not going to change, is it, this season? So they need to get on with it, really. Like,
Yeah.
Just difficult. I'd be interested though, because I didn't actually look into what teams, because it was obviously all the teams that voted. Well, I think it was all the teams that voted for the 5 subs, right? Like the managers.
But Chelsea,
It'd be
Lampard
interesting to know
didn't say anything, did
Who
he?
did or didn't vote for it? Like I don't actually know who done that. So.
Did Lampard say anything about it?
I
Haven't
don't
seen
recall. I saw Pep and Klopp come
I
out.
saw
after
Pep
Ollie.
and Klopp did, but I don't know. I just think Chelsea's squad depth, like fucking.
their squad depth's insane at the moment.
Lampard's rotation as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's move on to our sort of weekend roundup. Have a look at the results from the weekend. You won't be able to see my screen, but I'll run through the results for you guys. Obviously, you know what's happened throughout the week. Those on the pod will run through it as well, and any sort of talking points. I guess the other annoying thing is that there was goals and stuff I wanted to go through and show, which you guys aren't going to see. I might be able to see if I can do a share screen on those, because even if it's quite small, you might be able to see the goal itself.
Yeah, we'll see the goal, yeah.
Starting off with the first game we had, so you had the Brighton Burnley, which finished 0-0. A bit of a kind of boring game, really.
sort of
Brighton
expected.
absolutely dominated the game.
Yeah, they did.
Lamptey should have banged.
He should have. Yeah, he should have within the first minute. He should have.
I saw that.
He gets in some good attacking positions, doesn't he?
Mate, he's literally every single position on the pitch. Like, it's ridiculous.
Lamptey is Brighton.
He literally is. Like, Holland played well in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlucky for Brian. They would have hoped to come away with getting a win from that.
Again, with Brighton, it's just they lack that final, like, just they haven't got finishers in the team. They haven't got goal scorers.
I mean, they played Welbeck, but you didn't really see much
Welbeck's not
opportunity.
a goal scorer, is he? Let's be real.
Not really.
I mean, Sergio Ramos has scored more goals in his career than Welbeck has.
Scored more in his career than a lot of players have.
Well, it's true, but Welbeck's a striker, and he's played striker in a lot of top clubs.
Watford,
exactly.
Man United, Arsenal.
Watford.
Your next game you had was Southampton-Newcastle, 2-0 for Southampton, which, considering Danny Ings obviously being out injured, Che Adams sort of stepping up and getting a goal as well. Yeah, it's a good win for them.
Yeah.
Flying without Ings.
Oh my god. Fuck.
Where have you read that?
Oh my god, where have you seen that?
Dear.
He's literally waiting for this as well. Like, he hasn't said anything since the squad's got it.
Absolutely dreadful.
Like, this is
I was
going to be
literally
so
like this,
good.
like reading it from my hand.
He's got them written on each finger.
Can you get me one for the United Everton game?
I've got one.
Well, I mean, moving on to Everton United, obviously, I mean, great win for United, 3-1. I think a few of us were probably going to back United. I think from our predictions, a lot of us backed United, but from the off-go, Everton sort of jumped up and they started off very, very brightly. Obviously got the first goal as well. United coming back well, but yeah, a few nervy moments to begin with, but once they weathered the storm, they seemed to do, well, United play very, very well, I thought they caught
Everton at a good time as well, though. Everton have been lacking form a little bit recently, but
yeah, they had players back though, and obviously they missed a couple of players, but they were back, other than obviously Richarlison. But Bernard looked pretty good in replace to him. Obviously, he's not the same player, but he looked like he played well. Yeah, United seemed to bounce back, which they kind of needed. But is it just a bounce back, and it's going to go back to how shit it's been? Do you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like they've got this really high and low sort of periods, like doing well against PSG and then losing to the fucking Turkish team like the game before.
If they play a good team, then they're going to do really well.
Cheers, Jeff.
They're playing West Brom, so they're going to draw 1-0.
To lose to West Brom, yeah.
It's because they play counter-attacking, didn't they? So unless the teams have to be attacking them, they lack everything going forward.
Josh,
I think as we said,
you've got some thoughts on United.
Yeah, we said during the game, didn't we? Like Maguire and Fred were both very impressive. Bruno was obviously Bruno. Rashford was good. Martial went a little missing, but his hold-up play was good. Just couldn't score. But yeah, just a lot of good performances.
Solskjaer said that McTominay and Fred, you could see the difference in rest because they didn't play midweek. And then he said at like half time, he said you see everyone else start like falling off of the tempo and stuff that he expects. He said, but them two, where they had been rested, played the 90 minutes with the sort of desire that he wanted.
I feel like they should play them two anyway. Drop Pogba. Just don't even play Pogba. They don't need to. Like, he's not performing, and he just seems to be a hindrance on the team at the moment.
He looked good and positive when he come off the bench.
Yeah, but
the stat that I saw a couple of weeks ago, and I said on the pod as well, that Bruno's like impact on the game, so his key passes, goals, assists, things like that, were like 3 times better or something when he played with Fred and McTominay. And then he played with Fred and McTominay in that game, 2 goals, and looked really good.
That's probably because Pogba, takes some of the creativity. Fred and McSauce have got nothing.
Yeah.
They basically just sit there, don't they? And just
They were both so good together, I thought.
Yeah, it worked.
Palace Leeds. I mean, great result for Palace.
Eze.
pretty much
Expected.
set themselves up. Yeah, I mean, you'd expect maybe Leeds to get a few more goals, especially against Palace, because they're not always the best defensively. But
They did get.
they seem to set up really, really well. I think even Bamford after the game come out and said like they've looked at us really well. They've looked at how we play. They've set up really well against us, and yeah, they've just been very, very clean. Well,
I'm not surprised at Palace being able to score 4 goals.
Eze look really, really good.
They never do that. Eze's free kick was a banger.
Yeah, it was a great.
I've got that to show you boys actually.
He looks decent, doesn't
Let me see if I can get it up for you.
Quite young, isn't he?
Yes.
Let's see. I know it's going to be quite small for you boys, but for
he?
me,
It'll be good. It'll be good as long as I can't see it.
yeah,
It's big on my screen. I don't get it.
good little free kick.
The video is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
Bar
as
in.
well.
If you see it from an angle, mate, like
This is the only angle they got, unfortunately. But
it literally just touches like shape
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
his hair. It's inch perfect.
He's looking really good for them. He looks like a good signing for them right now, to be fair.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I know he started slow, but they weren't sort of really bringing him on. And then he started playing a bit more. But yeah, he'd done some good link up from with Zaha as well. So yeah, he looked like a good player.
Are we going to talk about the offside?
Might do.
What was that, mate?
Yeah, what's that, mate?
Fucking hell. Where do I start?
It's offside, mate. I don't know what you can. With the rules, it's offside.
I don't
Oh,
actually.
Is it or is it not?
I don't have an image of it here.
What?
I don't have an image of it.
It is. I think it's.
So it's
The
Bamford's
worst.
offside, isn't it? And it's.
Is it or is it not offside by the rules?
The only angle I've seen. To me,
Is it or is it not offside by the rules?
I don't think it is. Based on the angle that we saw, which is behind that player, it looks as if the player that's ahead of him, or in front of him, should I say, is further ahead. In my opinion, because he's kind of like.
Where's the bottom of his sleeve, mate?
Yeah, but he was even ahead of that.
Nah.
It's not what the line said.
But that's when I was looking at the angle. Obviously, VAR's looked at it. By the rules with the sleeve, I mean, the line's there, so there's a lot of people that have obviously complained about it. You know, Bamford sort of said himself, like, it was just a quote that I saw from him after the game. He's been playing for like 7 years, obviously not the longest career compared to others, but yeah, playing for 7 years, and he said, he's never seen anything like that. He doesn't understand what has gone wrong in terms of that. He's behind a couple of players, but the fact that because he's pointing where he wants the ball to go, he's been considered offside because of obviously this sleeve aspect.
Well, yeah, but that's just the same as if he's running and then his head's ahead. But they need to know, like, they need to determine
I
a
don't
place.
think it is. If you're just pointing where you want the ball to
It is,
go,
though.
like,
By the rules, it is. By the rules, it is.
by
I
the rules,
can't
yeah,
wait.
but I don't think the rules are right. Like, I think the rule
I
needs to
can't
change.
wait for
I agree.
someone to score a goal with their arm. I can't wait. And for it to stand because it's hit the sleeve. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Because then the rule makers are going to go, fucked up here.
Well, no, because they're class it as being the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I know when it's clear.
Josh is on about like if it hits.
If it hits there and then goes in.
Like,
Yeah, I
this
can't
Ball
wait for
thing.
that
hits
to happen.
square there.
It'll be
Depends.
amazing.
What are they going to do? Like whole ball or part of the ball?
To be fair, though, if you think about it,
Partly
why
off-
shouldn't that
partly
be allowed?
off-
But then that will just come down to the ref's discretion, won't it?
Why shouldn't you
Yeah.
be able to hit it with the ball with
VAR
your
wouldn't
arm?
overrule it.
So,
Well, just the top of your arm, yeah.
dunno. Never been that way.
It's not like you can grab
It's
the
just
ball.
shoulder.
Yeah.
For the player, for Bamford to clearly be behind the player, and one of the guys like legs and body, like clearly, like his legs and feet were onside by miles. For him to be offside by his arm, sleeve, it's the worst. It's the worst decision I've seen in implementation of these new rules. It's like that they were saying on like Talksport earlier. That's literally football gone mad. Like it was terrible. They hated it on Match of the Day as well.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not agreeing with the rule. I think the rules should be changed. But what do you think they should do instead? What do you think the rules should be?
Mate, I would rather them not.
I thought about
should
this.
have is
I
what
thought
they
about
should have is a fucking stripe on the shirt at the shoulder
Yeah.
and do it off that.
That's what I thought. Every kit should have to have a fucking line on their kit here, like
On their shoulder, yeah.
yeah, at the bottom of the shoulder, and then every VAR decision is done from there.
That's a good shout, to be fair.
You can't
Every
have this
kit
fucking
has to
arm
have
thing.
But then you
Like I said,
see everyone wearing oversized shirts and everything. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not going to give them much, is it?
It might do.
If it's,
but what-
if it's measured on the same basis from like the neck kind of down, then that won't change it. That would
No,
just be
but
the same.
what I was thinking is if they did that to gain from the offside, they lose in like wind drag, and also their shirts aren't tight, so defenders can grab them and things like that. Whereas most people wear them tight now.
You got to think about it. You're all wearing t-shirts now, right? You've all got stitching on where your shoulder is. They just need to make that a visible line.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They'll just wear oversized shirts then.
Yeah, but
they'll be a
lose
standard.
out.
They won't do that.
Like, I guarantee they would. If they did that, there would be people that do that.
Not
Why
if
they're not doing it now?
not if it had to be.
What do you mean? Why aren't they doing it now? Because that's not a rule now.
Well,
If an
they-
oversized
why
shirt
would-
meant
why-
that they would have longer sleeves, then
Yeah.
Yeah, but not if the shirt had to be like a skin tight fit, like like the body socks, like them kind of kits,
Oh, Luke Shaw be fucked.
like
Can-
Under Armour,
Yeah.
like Under Armour.
They're just bringing in a lot of regulations then. Like, the kits need to be regulated and everything. Like, they need to be checked over and stuff. I don't know. I think it's a bit much.
They can't keep. I don't think they're going to continue what they're doing now.
No, they're not going to continue. They'll 100% they'll change it within the
Like I
season.
said, someone will score with their arm, and I will just laugh.
I can't wait. I want it to happen.
So
Captain's armband would also,
It was Rashford.
wouldn't it? Think
What's
what
that?
did you say?
the captain's armband would get in the way of a marking on the shoulder as well.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a
Anyway.
tricky one, isn't it? But
difficult.
if they just did it by the feet or the head, it'd be so much easier.
I've always said that. It should be
It'd
feet or
just
head.
be so much easier. I don't understand why they wouldn't do.
There
Feet or
would
the head.
be a lot less sort of pissed off people, wouldn't there? Like if it was just say they were offside by their shoulder, whatever, and then they scored by their shoulder, which chances are so slim, and then they would just be like, well, whatever, the attacker got the advantage.
Yeah, simply
Yeah.
100% agree with that. Just if it happens, it happens. Yeah,
It would literally be the feet and the head.
yeah, I agree with that. I think they will do that at some point. It
Or
might
leg-
take 5
leg-
years, it might take 10 years, but eventually they'll do that.
I'd say legs
So
and
they're,
head.
they're trying to like really complicate
Legs.
things, whereas sometimes you've got to go back to just be the simplest kind of form. Do you know what I mean? Like why add all of these different fucking parts and whatever to test it? And you can
Armpit.
yeah, you could literally go right, feet ahead, simple as it is.
They're doing armpit because like you can score with your shoulder. Like
Yeah.
that's, they're doing it any part you can score with. If they just done legs and head, so say you're running and you're offside on your knee, fair enough. But like hardly anyone scores with anything other than their fucking feet and head.
If they just did it by that, I think everyone would agree to it. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone would not agree to that.
Yeah.
No.
So then if it happens in game where for some reason like someone's other body part is onside or offside, sorry, and they score with it, then no one can like argue with it because everyone's agreed to it.
Yeah.
Chelsea, Sheffield. Obviously, Chelsea winning 4-1. Really, really solid display from them. And Lee, I know obviously you saw, but Ziyech doing very well.
Yeah, Chelsea look good.
It's a good win.
But Sheffield United are Sheffield United.
Yeah,
They're
exactly,
shit.
yeah.
I don't think you could look into it too much. They still conceded, but yeah, they look good.
Yeah, but last couple of like games was quality. So yeah.
Yeah,
His delivery is unreal.
yeah, he's quality.
His cross, Thiago Silva. I think if Thiago Silva don't header it, it goes in.
I think he's going to be 12 mil next fantasy football. Honestly.
That is top 6 pick for Lee.
Yeah.
Top 6. Top 6.
I don't get why everyone's like so negative.
Mate, he's had 2 good games. Do you know what I mean? Relax.
You go for
Relax.
it.
2 games, mate. His last 2 seasons at Ajax, he's been the best player in the league.
Oh yeah, Ajax. That great league.
Relax.
He's done it in the Champions League.
Relax.
Name your top 6 players next year in draft order.
Please do.
CX
Salah.
number 1.
He's Salah. KDB. I don't really know, really.
Mane.
Yeah, probably Mane third. Then
Glad we asked you this.
yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Ziyech would be my 6th player.
Well,
So who's ahead of him?
I mean, we had Sterling and stuff above, but you had him above Sterling. You have him above Bruno, which a lot of people had in their top 6. You had him above Orbs, who people have in their top 6. Some didn't, but some did. So if he's above all them, you've got him as your 4th best player.
No.
You had him above Kane because he's a midfielder.
Yeah, but Kane's my boy, so he's always going to be there.
Okay,
It's preference,
you're
mate.
chatting shit, mate. That's what you're doing.
I feel like we
I
should
mean,
switch and move on.
You can
When
pick
you-
him up. I hope you get 4th or 5th pick, mate, and you pick him up.
We're doing 4th or 5th. We're doing auction draft, mate.
Oh yeah.
We'll see who's the most expensive.
You go spend fucking 100 mil on him, mate.
Well, he's not going to be
I
able
won't
to.
need to. I won't need to because none of you fucking want him.
Mate, I'll bid
So
it up.
you won't be top 6 then, no?
I'll get him for £1. None of you want him.
I'll bid him up,
Right.
mate. I know you'll go to 100 mil.
Bid him up, mate. I'll let you have him. You don't want him, and then trade him for someone shit that you want.
Sure, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let's
It'll
move
just
on.
prove that he won't be top 6, isn't it?
But yeah, good performance from Chelsea as he expected against Sheffield. West Ham 1-0 win against Fulham. Again, Fulham just looking poor.
I think we should skip every Fulham game because it's just irrelevant, isn't it? It's a buy game for anyone plays them.
That game was sick. If you'd watched it, West Ham were all over them and had so many chances to make. They hit the bar twice. The keeper made some unreal saves.
Great assist last minute.
They played sick, West Ham.
But Fulham are just a buy team. Like it's irrelevant who they play. Honestly,
Yeah,
They're so
They are shit, but still, West Ham, I thought, played well. And Ben Rama come on and he did look good. Looked like a good signing.
Josh, you still got him?
Then he did give away the penalty.
Got me an assist, mate.
He gave away the penalty, which looked just ruined.
How was the penalty?
He Panenka it and Fabianski he went to dive and then was like, oh, I don't need to.
Hey, if I was the manager, I would be fuming. I would literally quick sell him.
If it on FIFA, yeah, it's gone. In the bin.
Quick sold.
Quick sold. Why is Mitrovic not taking it? Baffled.
Shit.
Did he miss his last one?
No.
No, he scored the last one. He missed one before.
Weird.
He still should be the penalty taker regardless.
Yeah, I mean, who else is in that team? Good. Kearney, maybe Kearney.
God, look, I mean, Mitrovic.
Next game, you had Spurs, West Brom. Obviously, Spurs
Dead.
getting the win. They started really bright, but you know what? West Brom actually had some good opportunities to.
Mate,
Do you know
that
what?
goal
I don't think Tottenham deserve to win. Do you know what I
Mate,
mean? They
we
were just
play
so
this
defensive.
every single Spurs game. This is just Spurs. This is how they've been playing all season. And they
This
just
is
get the result.
Mourinho. This is Mourinho.
Yeah,
Grinding goals.
Well, we can't say they don't deserve the results when they just keep getting
Yeah, of course.
How was
Obviously-
Bale?
them.
Why are you smiling?
Is he your 6th pick next year, is he, mate?
No, why would he be sick?
Well, you wavered for him, so you're obviously rated.
I mean, there was nowhere else to pick, mate.
Could have got 10.
Well, yeah, Hammers, but no one knows what that could have done. He's overperforming, isn't he? Oh, Josh, all right. Is he top 6, Josh? Yeah.
He's fourth, mate.
Fourth, yeah. Above the edge, or
No, obviously
No.
not Ziyech. Fucking hell.
No,
He-
it
Oh,
goes.
I cannot
goes-
wait for this to bite you all in the arse. This is going to be VVD all over again.
is that sort of level? Is
Gonna
he?
go.
He is that level of a midfielder, mate. He is fucking sick.
He
Oh
is
my
sick.
god! Well,
He is
VVD's the best defender probably in the world right now. So what you're saying is that level of a midfielder, is he? One of the best midfielders in the world.
No, when I said it, I said he had the ability to. He was in the top 5 defenders in the world, in my opinion.
So
Yeah.
Ziyech is one of the top
And
5.
you all said
So
he
Ziyech
is
is one of the top 5 midfielders in the world.
top 5 cams in the world. Yeah,
That right winger.
he's a playmaker, Josh.
Didn't we do a top 5 cams? Was he in that when you done
No.
your list?
He wasn't.
No, mate.
Oh,
We picked 2 fucking cams.
we didn't pick 2 cams.
No, we
We picked
didn't.
KDB and Bruno. Name another
Oh.
player we all agreed on.
Muller.
Isco.
Isco was I actually said that Isco
3
was
years ago, Isco.
a couple of years ago, yeah. So I didn't agree on Isco.
Josh said Müller.
Yeah, Muller's in there for me.
Mesut Ozil.
Name another 2 then.
Santi
Royce.
Cazorla.
Royce.
Yeah.
Stephen's knowledge. Royce, no.
Santi Cazorla.
We did pick Royce.
Why not Royce?
Because he's injury prone, barely plays.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Bell did show that he had an ice pack on his
Gareth.
afterwards.
No.
But international break could be alright.
No way, mate. Wales are going to play him to the death.
It's alright. Worst midfielder I've got anyway. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, we've got most of your midfielders' points. That says.
Let's have a look at the next game. Leicester Wolves. Obviously, good win for Leicester. I think deservedly so as well. They seem to be better than Wolves. And a couple of penalties. We know there's one incident within that, which we've obviously discussed as well with the handball.
I wouldn't necessarily say Leicester was better. I think it was an even game. I think.
Quite scary how good Leicester are with Vardy and how bad they are without him.
Yeah.
Possession was quite even. Leicester sort of 10 shots to 8. Yeah, it seems quite even. Just obviously the penalty.
Yeah. Penalties.
Penalties.
Yeah, penalties.
We have the one that I can show you.
I didn't get an assist for obviously the one in there.
Are you seeing this screen? You are, aren't you?
Yeah.
So this is the handball that I know we've discussed a little bit. So this is the handball that Leicester had for their penalty, which has been discussed quite a bit.
So much depends on where the arm is, but you're not going to get a penalty for that. He
I
didn't have any
stand by what I
chance
said the
really
other day. I
to
think
take
it's
it out of the way, and
very hard.
I know it's just
Mate, it's so close. It's so harsh, but at the same time, it's letter of the law, isn't it? It's fucking hands up.
Well,
Yeah, but they changed that
Been
though, didn't
amazed
they? They
before,
said that the
and I'm sure
refs
I'll be
can use
amazed
their
again.
discretion for it. They can look at that and think, you know,
He
is
did
that
look
a
though,
position?
didn't he?
The thing is, as well, they know when someone's going to cross the ball, and that's when they should put their arms sort of more hidden. I don't
I
know.
think
I
it's
mean,
hard when you're
You're
running.
running there,
when
like,
you're in slow motion as well, like it is easier to say, oh well, his arm should be in, but
If you watch a lot of like top defenders in other leagues, I think it's because it's so renowned for it being given. When they're jockeying in that position, they run along with their arms behind their back. They jockey like
Ridiculous.
I don't see them jockeying to that, but when they know a cross is about to come in, I have seen a lot of defenders that then do put their hands behind their backs to kind of be like if it hits me, it's just not a pen. So that's probably down to their experience. Obviously, I know we're going to go on to the City game, and obviously Gomez had his, and he made a point about him obviously running, and we've got that video to show, to be fair. But one of the things that I know we discussed was just with the refs, and are they being... It's like the City one. Are they being conned when they're watching that screen and they're seeing it in slow motion? Yes, they get to see it in real time, and obviously VAR look at it and they think, oh, you need to go have a look at this. But when he sees it in slow-mo, there hasn't been a time that I can recall where he's gone to the screen, any ref has gone to the screen to look at a decision and then overturned it. Like he's gone with VAR and gone, actually, yeah, that is a pen or it is a whatever instant it is. Because they've seen it in slow mo, I don't know, but it just doesn't
Also,
seem
the referee should be able to see it at the speed he wants to see it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he should be able to go, right, I want to see it at...
Although you want to see it as well.
Yeah.
But I
It
think
always looks worse in slow-mo, though.
Yeah,
It does. Like, when you see it on that, like that one we just seen, like the very first part just looks like, oh, straight up handball. Like, his hand's there, it's crossed, it's hit him. But in reality, you've got players, and that's what Gomez
you see
is.
his normal speed, like he just fizzes the ball across, and don't know what you can do really about it. But,
The only thing I liked about the handball is there was some consistency when Gomez later on in the day. I thought Gomez was harsh as well, but at least they were consistent, and they gave both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you were glad about that.
Fuck off.
Darren's
That's all I have to say. How many points you get this week, mate?
Fuck all.
Exactly.
I would have got more if fucking Vardy put away the second pen.
Bet you enjoyed that one.
Well, I mean, I thought, oh, Jay's losing points. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. He's got Patricio. Oh,
saving
okay.
pens? Oh.
But he had Vardy as well, which is fucking nuts.
Mate.
How does that happen?
I don't know, mate. I thought, oh, well, at least Jay's not gaining points. Oh, wait.
Then again.
I'm the only one that misses out there.
Obviously, you then had the...
Hold on a minute. He arguably gained more points from him saving that because he got 3 bonus as well.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
I mean, if they would have kept a clean sheet, but then they obviously conceded
They had already
anyway.
conceded.
Yeah.
Shut up. It just fucking winds me up. I don't even care. Stupid fucking game.
You need to make some trades, mate.
Shut up. What? Who am I going to trade? Who should want any of my players, mate? Go and tell me. Who should want any of my players? Don't put your fucking hand up. You don't want any of my players, mate. Who do you want? Rashford? You want Rashford, do you? Is that what you want?
Josh is saying yes, he does.
I want Rashford.
For who? Who would you give me for Rashford?
DCL?
Don't you fucking say Bamford.
Oh.
Oh.
What a scumbag.
I would not swap Calvert-Lewin for Rashford.
I'll give you Mitrovic for Martial.
You would not swap Calvert-Lewin for Rashford?
No.
Wow.
Last season, mate, he bites your absolute fucking hand off for it.
No,
just shows how much DCL's overperforming. Doesn't even want a United player.
But he slowed down already.
I mean, Steve, you literally admitted you wouldn't do Son for Mane.
I mean, this is because Son's got that potential of doing it.
Sorry, but Mane don't.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but like...
Mane and Son are closer, in my opinion.
Is in Son can get like over 200, in my opinion. Like
Mane and Son are definitely closer than Calvert-Lewin and Rashford.
No, I know, but I'm just giving the comparison. Of course, you take form into account when you're doing trades like that.
How much did you pay for Calvert-Lewin?
£1.
Thank you. That's all I'll say to that.
He was the last striker. Everyone had already picked all their strikers, and he was the last one he picked.
I didn't even think he'd play, mate. So, fair play, Josh.
Thank you, Lee.
I thought he was going to play. I just didn't think he'd go on a fucking madness. But
I thought you would.
fellas,
Oh,
we'll move on. Man City, Liverpool. Obviously, a game we're all excited to watch, and yeah, it seemed really, really attacking. It seemed like I don't know what it was. I was watching it, and there was just times when it seemed like neither team could defend, but then no goals were being scored.
felt like my prediction was nearly spot on, but I got unlucky there as well.
Alex predicted it all.
I think credit to Klopp with the team he put out to start. I think it threw City off. It was like a 4-2-4.
Yeah,
and it definitely threw him. Like I think
Josh
Klopp just thought,
floating, wasn't he?
yeah, I think they just thought like we're not going to keep City out. Let's just try and attack them. And yeah, it was good. And then the second half, I thought City were the better side. Bit of a dead second half, but it was a good game.
I do think with those 4 playing at the same time, though, I do think they'll cause a lot of teams in the Prem trouble if they play that again.
They're very open, though. I'm not sure if they'll keep it.
They're open, but is that just because that's just Liverpool?
Are they,
No,
are they going to go with a score more than they can see kind of attitude? I mean,
they did that
in the SAS days.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't defend that well without Van Dijk, I don't think. So maybe they will just try and bang.
But yeah, 1-1. Yeah, not a bad game. Villa, obviously, I mean, cracking result for them against Arsenal, right?
Smashing.
Watkins obviously doing well. Grealish looks, again, very good. Barkley also seems to have a good game.
Mate, they're linked.
Championship, Barkley.
Yeah, Alex is never going to live that down. A bit like when
he's taken an L.
Salah was the worst finisher he's ever seen in his life, and then he went on to break the all-time Premier League record.
Alex is taking an L.
Players that he doesn't like.
Yeah, I do the opposite. I just back players that I rate to the hill.
Yeah,
I didn't notice you see it, Trent.
Your word, Stephen. I guarantee it. Yeah, Ollie Watkins looks sick, and Grealish and Barkley had such good link-up play. I just thought it was cool.
I mean, yeah, Arsenal shit, but great result for Villa.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had our filthy foursome as well. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but let's take a look at that. Do you get to see that? Can you see it properly?
A little bit. Oh, hello.
Fucking shit.
What?
Hi, Steph.
What happened?
Steph just walked past him.
Oh, thanks. So, I mean, not the greatest of predictions from everyone. You had a couple of people getting just correct results mainly. I think Alex got correct score with the Man City Liverpool being 1-1. Everyone else was just a correct result.
Did Ash and Kyle just get 3 correct results?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
I did well.
Yeah, in terms of the tables, you got Lee sitting at the top with 19, me and Alex at 17, then Compa with 16, Josh and Jay at 14. Jay's done a madness and come back from where he was, and Kyle 13, down 11, and then Dave 3. No predictions from Dave this week. Probably too busy.
I'm going to get 3 perfect results this week.
Or he's looking forward to Christmas meal with Josh, and well, if they can have a Christmas meal together, I suppose. But yeah, he's yeah, didn't get them in. No results. Dave, slacking. Get the results in, mate. Well, it won't be for this week. Obviously, there's no games for us to look at. Obviously, international break, which is always a sad time for us. I hate it.
You get to watch boring England play.
Yeah.
We've got Belgium again, haven't we?
Do you know what? I don't even know.
Neither do I.
I don't know why during this pandemic and all this going on that they don't just
sack off
this national. Do you know what I mean? Like this.
They really should. Because it seems to be as well. Like whenever players come back from international duty, there's always 2 or 3 of them that have COVID.
Like they could give them this as their red time. Like they know how congested it is. They could have just scrapped this league, fucking whatever it is, this cup.
I think I prefer that.
Give them this fucking rest time for a week, and then. Do you know what I mean?
I think I prefer that.
I don't know. It just seems a bit weird. Let's move on and look at our draft table, boys. Again, this is going to be quite small for you guys, but those on the pods, some okay weeks from those. You had Alex had a storming week, 55 points. Jay again having a storming week, 56. He's consistently getting that sort of level based on the average of points per game week. Jason at the top, 417, 117 clear of Darren at the bottom of 300.
That's mad.
Wow.
8 weeks in, he's 100 points clear of bottom. 40 points clear of me in second.
I mean, I'm sure he's about 80 points clear of whatever second was last year, or whatever first was last year as well. So
It's quite scary that he's normally 100 points behind. But
Yeah. I mean, I even said to him, I was like, if you weren't in the room with me when on the day we done draft, I would have fucking guessed that someone else done it for him.
do you know what I think it is? Well, I think because of COVID, like he's not out as much anymore. So we can't take advantage of him being drunk and making shit trades.
I could have, but didn't.
Why didn't you?
Regretting that now, isn't you?
No, because the trade was he wanted Chilwell and I wanted Werner, so it would have been quite even at this point.
At this point,
Overall, obviously I want Werner, but I felt guilty.
I mean, I know week in, week out, he's done a couple of good picks. Like he's picked up Walker Peters for this week. He's gone and got not only a clean sheet, but 3 bonus as well. Obviously, Bruno's had a bit of a fucking storming week, but you know, his midfield, if we look at sort of week on week, like his midfield here, other than like the odd one, like Neto and stuff getting whatever, like they never seem to do much. Look again, 2-3-3-2. We'll go again.
Normally get blessed from one player.
With 5, but with Fernandes again, one player doing well. But what you'll consistently see, other than this week with his strikers, I mean, Werner 16, 7. His strikers are just doing what they need to do, and that's just banging goals, you know, and getting points.
Mate, imagine he played Wilson that week. He got 16.
Yeah.
Man.
But I think the same.
He drafted a good team, and we said that, didn't we? We all said that he drafted a good team, and it's doing what it needs to do, and yeah, I mean, it's top.
He also wavered at the right time. He wavered Wilson. No, I thought about wavering him and bottled it. I should have.
I thought about it, but I couldn't really do it because then I have 4 strikers that I would want to play.
I didn't.
He's not had a lot of benefit from Wilson because he's obviously benched him at times when he has gone and scored, but it means that no one else is getting those points.
Yeah.
You know. In terms of rest, so yeah, me in second, 40 points behind Jay. You then got Josh. I mean, us 4. If you look at me, Josh, Lee, and Alex, you know, 27 points between us 4 is very, very close, and then it drops down 50 points where you've got West ask Pepe. Darren's having madness.
Whatever, mate. You got the same points as me this week, so shut your fucking mouth, innit?
Is that your claim? Is it your claim to greatness for draft?
Well, I've had the most terrible week ever, and you seem happy. So,
I mean, I've had a dreadful week, mate. But your best week ever is matching my worst. So.
You pick up Ben White. You got Regulon, both fucking clean sheets. You know what I mean?
Expected.
Expected, yeah.
Yeah.
How's your bench?
Go again.
How's your bench?
Yes, great.
Oh, they're coming on. I did think they'd come on. Oh, did you?
Yeah,
did you?
I did, yeah. Jesus was a mistake.
You're a mistake. Carry on.
Can confirm he was a mistake.
Actually was. Confirmed. Mate, you see how old they are? There's no way they planned me.
Were you actually a mistake?
Mate, yes. Did you not see how old my parents are? There's no way I was planned. Mate, you even said you were a mistake, weren't you?
I mean, no, I didn't say that, but I probably was.
I'm sure you said that before.
No, I didn't say that.
I don't know.
Mate, my dad's rocking it like 50. There's no way that's planned. Do you know what I mean? No way.
I reckon you was planned.
Thanks, mate.
They wanted someone to look after them when they got old.
But that sort of covers off. That covers off the results for this week, boys, and how our table looks. There's a couple of bits also I want to pick up that's happened from the week. So you had obviously us lot being from Crawley. It's got to have a mention of the Torquay Crawley game, which was an absolute madness of the FA Cup. Which for me, when you look at all this chat about getting rid of some of the cups, obviously I know it's more League Cup and stuff they discuss, but there's obviously been loads of talk around the FA Cup with all this Champions of Champions thing with whatever it is that we were discussing a few pods back. This is what the FA Cup's all about, isn't it? These fucking games that you just get. I mean, this was 2-1 in like the 81st minute or something, and to go on and be 6-5.
Absolute
It's an
madness.
absolute fucking madness.
It's a pro clubs game, isn't it?
Yeah, 83rd minute with a penalty here. 83rd minute, it was then 2-1.
Was there any news on the goalkeeper's injury?
I haven't seen that, to be fair. Obviously, that's why if those that are listening on the pod, there was 21 plus minutes of added time, and that was simply down to an injury that the quality goalkeeper had. I hope it's not too serious, but yeah, fucking result for Crawley, mate. 6-5. Go on, the Reds. Up the Reds.
Up the Red Devils.
Yeah. And one other thing I want us to cover off before we move on is I know Josh put it into our chat before, which was Lazaro's goal. Did you all see it?
Oh, mate, Jesus.
He put it in the chat. Did you two see it?
No,
Best goals I've ever seen.
Oh my god! Oh wow! Let's go.
This is it's one of the best goals I've ever seen.
100%. Ready for this madness.
This will be goal of the year.
What happened?
Right.
That was good.
And they still lost.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
It's an absolute madness.
But it's fucking sick.
What goal?
That'll get Puskas goal of the year.
Probably.
Absolute
That
madness.
reminds me of Giroud, mate.
Yeah.
Giroud's was
That's
better,
what they
in my
said.
opinion. Barring in just for effect.
And that was so
No, I
good.
think-
Giroud
I
is-
think-
Because of the cross from that, though, mate, that one's better for me.
I think that one was better. That one was more athletic as well. I thought that was mad.
what's a better goal, that or Matt Phillips' goal?
Matt Phillips.
Mate, Matt Phillips' goal, like, I watched that the other day and I was like, what in the fuck? Like, how does that go in?
How's he hit it so hard?
Hit it
Matt
so hard.
Phillips. Matt Phillips is a classic in 10 years. The streets will never forget video. Like,
Yeah.
he was ridiculous that one season.
Yeah.
That was the QPR year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that the one where he went to then go on Ballon d'Or? Lee?
Yeah, that's where Lee said he'll win the Ballon d'Or one year.
To be fair, he said that before that goal. He fucking does that.
I said that as a clear and obvious joke because I had it in my fantasy team.
It's like what you do every time, mate. You say something that, well, if it doesn't come true, is then a clear and obvious joke.
Oh, I did
No,
that.
it's not. I mean, the two that I've said and thought it to the death. Matt Phillips was a joke, mate.
Oh, all right.
Lee made a clear and obvious error. VAR can confirm.
No. Van Dijk, we had like a day discussion about, mate. Matt Phillips was a drive to a Manchester game, and I was like, Matt Phillips going to win the Ballon d'Or. Because he scored
This
for
day.
that day in a fantasy game.
But yeah, boys, that covers off our weekend roundup. As I said, international breaks, there's no games for us to go over and cover, and the same that there's no filthy foursome predictions to go through. Obviously, next week's pod we'll be able to do all of that for the game weeks that's then coming up. Let's move on to I suppose if there is any news, we'll just cover off quickly. UFC, Darren and Josh, anything that's come to news that we can discuss?
Well, over the weekend there was a fight. Glover Teixeira against Thiago Santos. If you remember, Thiago Santos took John Jones to a split decision.
Yeah.
And he was fighting 41-year-old Glover Teixeira this weekend. And Glover Teixeira just beat the fuck out of him, basically.
No idea how.
And choked him out. Yeah.
You saw that.
Madness.
I mean, and now he wants a title shot, but we'll see if he gets it.
You saw it, mate.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Darren, didn't you also see the rumoured tough coaches?
What was the rumour? Oh, yeah, sorry.
You told me.
Yes, I did, but I've seen that. I don't know if it's legit or not yet. I did see, like, if it's Colby and Jorge Masvidal, that would be insane.
I would love that.
Yeah, that would be
I think
ridiculous.
saying for our UFC listeners, like, who would they want as tough coaches?
Yeah.
Yeah, who would they want to be? Yeah, the next coaches of tough.
Good question.
I would like Izzy and John Jones.
Izzy and John Jones would be
Fucking
good.
hate each other.
Colby and Jorge Masvidal would be there as well. I think
Yeah.
those two would be ridiculous. But you need personalities. I think Darren Till being one as well would be good.
Oh,
Like even
Darren
if they
Till and
don't
Izzy.
fight, like Darren Till and Izzy would be good.
Yeah.
Like even if they don't end up fighting.
Yeah, just for the banner.
Yeah. Or Darren Till and fucking Mike Berry.
I knew you were going to say that.
That would be dope.
Oh my
Mike-
god, please.
Mike Perry, I think,
Please
would
let that
quit.
happen.
I think
Please.
Mike Perry would just like rage quit.
I think Mike Perry would do it though, because I think he needs the money. Like right now, he's a bit fucked with everything going on, and he just seems to just spend all his money and not pay his taxes. So he's just like, I don't know, why would I be giving this money if they don't want me to spend it?
That's literally Stephen whenever he gets paid.
Literally.
Money gone.
But yeah, next week, well, this weekend was supposed to be Islam Makhachev versus Rafael dos Anjos. But
Yeah, gutted about that.
Makhachev pulled out for an injury of some sort, which is
Have you seen who?
shit for him. This is going to be his first main event fight, a big fight.
Have you
as
seen
well.
who
He's a-
RDA called out?
Sorry,
Have you seen who RDA called out?
who'd he call out?
Michael Chandler.
Oh, I've seen Michael trying to reply to that though. He says, "No, we've got bigger plans." So I don't know.
He's
I
not
don't know
wrong.
what's
To be
happening there.
fair.
That would be a good fight, but I think Michael Chandler will get a top 5 fight instead.
Do you reckon Michael Chandler will fight next?
Oh, man, I think it could be Ferguson. Like, everyone else is kind of booked up.
It could be
Yeah.
Ferguson. I agree.
Ferguson needs a fight like that, I guess.
I saw Michael Chandler say that the most exciting fight for him, that excites him the most, would be a fight with Gaethje.
Yeah.
Dream
He
fight.
said that'd be very much like just a war.
Could
And
they,
he think,
could they set it up with obviously Gaethje just obviously coming off a loss? I suppose that could be.
oh, 100%, they can do
set
that.
up,
Yeah, they can.
He said he
Especially
wants
if they
back.
want to do this, like, well, if obviously we spoke a little bit about it, but this kind of 4-way for this belt or whatever, and
Yeah, I don't ever see the UFC doing that. They've never really done that before, to be honest. So I can't see that happening. But
Neither can I.
more
They
like
don't
an
like
unofficial one though. Like obviously
Yeah,
if Gaethje
possibly.
fights Chandler, and
something.
then obviously you've got Conor fighting Poirier. It's kind of like winners fight each other, and I don't know.
no, I like the fight with him and Gaethje a lot, and I like him and Ferguson as well. He said Ferguson. He did say Ferguson's probably the toughest fight out of the lot of them. That's what he said. He said Ferguson presents the most challenges for him in particular. So I don't know if that's what he would want, or if he'd want to fight with Gaethje, which he says he thinks he can win. He says he can beat all of them. Obviously, he's going to say that, but yeah, I don't know.
And MMA fans, like, if you want something good to listen to, Luke Thomas on Joe Rogan was excellent.
Yeah.
Like, it was a really good listen. Luke Thomas is one of my favourites, if not my favourite
Yeah,
MMA analyst out there.
I'm a big fan of Luke, but a lot of people either like with Luke, like a lot of people either really hate him or they really like him.
Yeah, I think he's brilliant. He's he's so intelligent.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him, but if Josh likes him, I hate him.
Like Ziyech, because I do really like Ziyech.
No, you don't. Or you'd have him in your top 6. You're bum.
Any other bits that anyone wants to cover off? All good.
Game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing for me is obviously our gaming side of it. As always, we've got our Twitch channel. Those that haven't already, drop a follow. Twitch.tv/VLS023. You get to see us playing clubs, and I'll give one sort of challenge really that we're just still grinding. I think that's the main thing for us, isn't it? I know we've never mentioned it actually with the relation to the PS5, but with us and clubs, we're kind of trying things out and we're seeing how things are, because at the moment when the PS5 comes out, everything is wiped. So in terms of clubs, so we lose where we are, we lose the players, and we've got to start again, which is really
this a known
shit.
fact? It's a known fact, or just a
It's
tweet?
what Alex said.
It is, yeah, 100% it is. I've seen other people talk about it.
Oh, right, fair enough.
But yeah, basically we're going to lose all our progress when we move over to the PS5, so we're a bit I wouldn't, not maybe like demoralised, but we're not giving it our all because we know we're going to have to start again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying, really.
But it shows with FIFA, right? What all their kind of all they've ever been. They've got the Volta side of it, which is carrying over, but the other side of it is Ultimate Team, and it's like, well,
I'm actually all right with it, you know.
That's the side. No, I'm not. But that's the side that makes their money. So they're like, well, we'll carry that over because obviously we don't want to piss anyone off that's putting money into it. And then Pro Clubs is just kind of like, fuck it, it's left like it always has been. Like the servers, like they've never focused any of it. They've never changed any side of it. It's always focused on Ultimate Team because that's where the fucking money comes from.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, and our other news is we're all hunting for a PS5
Oh,
because none of us have a pre-order.
Anyone get us PS5s?
anyone knows? Yeah, let us know. Need
Anyone out there that wants to sponsor VLS and give us a PS5?
I mean, I haven't looked at where
We-
I am.
You have to give us a PS5 as long as you can find us one we can buy.
Nah, give it to us.
I mean, yeah, okay, give us one, but if that doesn't work out, like,
Give us
If that
info to
doesn't work
find
out, buy one and give it to us.
all right.
Anyone obviously interested in playing in the pro clubs, just let us know and we can try and sort that out. We are looking to do other games with the community, mostly focusing with those that are sort of subscribers and followers of the channel.
I reckon we should start up like an Among Us.
Oh, mate, Among Us has been so fucking good lately. I've been enjoying it.
Do like an Among Us server with us lot, but
Yeah.
then let people from the chat join it.
Definitely.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it'd be jokes.
We can
But
set,
they
I can set up a server on here.
Thing. You have to be able to talk, otherwise you
Yeah.
can't.
have Discord.
Have to have Discord, mic, all of that. And if you want to get involved with Among Us, let us know and we'll set up a bit of a community day going with it.
That would
It's
be fun.
good.
That'll be good.
But
Get
I
mouth-
think we should aim. I think we're mainly aiming for people that are actually following and subscribing with the channel as well, though.
Yeah.
People that
You gotta
know
be
that,
subscribed.
yeah, 100%. People that have invested into the channel itself, want to see that grow. You know, come and play. You know, you've got the opportunity there. So, yeah, let's get that done. I am actually going to be doing a clip as well from our last Among Us that we played, which that'll be dropped tomorrow. And I want to show the second part. You know, where we changed it up and we were having the imposter being known and not being able to see. Like that was just fucking banter. So,
Yeah.
yeah, gonna be doing a clip of that so we can get a good idea of how we got on with it.
So yeah, JBiz, mate, if you want to get involved and get seasoned up.
In terms of where we are, boys, that is episode 10 of that VLS podcast. Bit different, really different. Obviously, where we are. I'm still having to look at your mugs, but at least I haven't got to tidy up. Bonus.
I'm gonna have to fucking drive.
Fucking bonus, boys.
You can literally just go.
Literally that. I'm gonna be like, yeah, cool. Turn this off. PlayStation on. Bang.
Oh, steamy tea. Oh, soup. Lovely. What is
Wow.
it?
I'm about to go do some dinner as well.
Pasta?
Actually.
What's with the pasta? Pasta, cheese.
Cheese. What's in it? Chicken, ham, spinach.
I think she's poisoned you, mate.
Yeah,
She's probably put sleeping tablets in it again.
she's giving me a
Fucking
funny
hell.
look. Way steamy than normal.
That's sus.
Is that normally because you're playing games before you eat it? So you're normally
Yeah,
getting it
probably.
late.
Sus.
It's a bit sus, mate.
Very
Hey
sus.
Steve, that's what happens when your missus cooks for you. She brings it to you.
Yeah, no chance, mate. No chance. Although she did offer me some halloumi fries.
Hold on, isn't Steve the missus?
I am not.
Steve is the missus.
I have the penis.
Like,
Mm,
Oh, I've got the balls.
I've got the wrecking
Yeah.
ball.
got the wreck.
on that bombshell.
Boys, pleasure as always. We will see you all next week.